Hey, it's Tpok, and I am in RE, Prince of Nigeria. I think that's like reply, maybe? I don't know, I'm not good with emails. Warning, this game requires that you have prior knowledge of Nigerian scams to some extent at the very least. I mean, I know there are scams, I didn't know they were Nigerians. But, I'm gonna just go with it. This game is only aged for those aged 0 and above, for it contains instances of deliberately horrible grammar and spelling, as well as caps lock spam. Like this, you have been warned. To begin your registration, please key in your preferred username. Owen.Huoli. What? There. Duoli. Doan.duoli.hmail.com. What is your name? Horai. Let's just go with the pattern. Welcome, Dorai. You're now logged in your inbox. Oh, I'm a girl. Oh, I guess it makes sense. That nostalgia that comes with the login screen. This is one memory which I will never forget. A memory from years ago on a cold winter night, when I was having a cup of tea with my ex-boyfriend Zach. This is Zach. He's been my best friend for a long time now. I am son. He was a decent young fellow. Still is, except maybe not that young. Sadly, our relationship just couldn't work out. But I'm glad we're still able to remain best friends even after the whole ordeal with my mom. And so that day I booted up Zach and decided to check my email. That was when I met him. I opened my Hmail account and to my pleasant surprise I saw Inbox 1 written on the top left-hand corner. I clicked on it to see a strangely titled email appear in my inbox. Subject, urgent reply needed. Prince of Nigeria at gmail.com. To doanduolai@hmail.com. Somebody needs an urgent response from me. I was instantly frantic. I decided to proceed with my reading. Dear friend, Happy New Year. I know that this message will come to you as a surprise. I am the next heir to the throne in Nigeria, the Crown Prince, Apara Kachin Popcorn. I hope that you will not expose or betray this trust and confident that I hoped that you will not expose or betray this trust and confident that I am about to repose on you for the mutual benefit of our families. I need your urgent assistance in transferring the sum of $20 million to your account within 10 to 14 banking days. This money has been dormant for years in our bank without claim. I want the bank to release the money to you as my father, the King of Nigeria, had recently died. Died. My greedy siblings are trying to get them money for themselves. I don't want the money to get taken by my greedy siblings. I'm sorry to involve you in such serious politics, but I am desperate. I am willing to send the money to your bank account, upon which you can have 40% of the money. So this is the reason why I contacted you. Please, I would like to keep this proposal as top secret and delete it if you are not interested. Upon your receipt of your reply, I will give you full details on how the business will be executed, and then also note that you will have 40% of the above-mentioned sum if you agree to handle business with me. Question mark. And 10% will be set aside for any expenses that warrant on the process before the fund get into your bank account, such as telephone calls, bills, etc. Best regard, Prince Apara Kachi Popcorn. Just one email and I was utterly captivated. My first emotion was sheer intrigue. as 5,000,000,005 questions rammed through my mind like a truck in an abandoned scooter. Into an abandoned scooter. Who is this person? Why is this story so touchingly sad? Why is he emailing me out of all people? Most importantly, which absolutely brilliant, breathlessly amazing person types in all caps? I absolutely must find out. My mind was not on the money at all. I'm not that kind of girl, after all. I was indeed way more curious at the identity of this prince, this man, this enigma. My heart began thumping furiously in my chest like an apple core in a moving garbage truck. I've always had a thing for mysterious men with sound backstories. I decided to respond to that email immediately. With trembling fingers, I began typing up my response after clicking on the easily missable compose button. Subject: urgent reply needed. From doandualai@hmail.com. To Prince of Nigeria @gmail.com. Your Majesty, it is truly an honor to be speaking with you. I have recently received your email, and I am greatly touched and intrigued by your most resplendent usage of capital letters. I feel myself highly enchanted by your words. Please do not misunderstand. I'm not responding to you with this email because I desire your money. Would you mind so terribly if I wanted to get to know you better? Sincerely awaiting your response, Dorai. With sweaty palms and a tremulous index finger, I pressed on the send button. I nearly missed and clicked on the side advertisement for what I believed to be gay porn, or some website filled with sushi recipes instead. I breathed a sigh of relief. It would have been hell for me if I had accidentally redirected the page and lost my hard-crafted email immediately. Subject: urgent reply needed. From Prince of Nigeria @gmail.com. To doandualai@hmail.com. Dear Dorai, yes, I am indeed the Prince of Nigeria. Thank you for responding. I suppose you accept my terms and conditions for the 20 millions to be sent to you. Please reply to me this email. Best regard, Prince Apara Ketchup Popcorn. My eyes watered with happiness when I saw the please reply me. He seemed like a sincere man. For him to have such lack of understanding of proper grammar and spelling, but still try so hard. I wiped my tears away, my chest filling with emotions. Hardworking guys are my type. Some backstories are a plus, and I felt myself slowly start falling for this miraculous prince. Subject: glad to meet you. From doandualai@hmail.com. To Prince of Nigeria @gmail.com. Dear Prince Apara, think of me what you will, but I can't help but feel that you are a sweet and sincere young man, and I can feel myself opening up to you. Would you like to talk more, or would you leave? I would like to get to know you better, but to you it appears that you would disappear the moment I fulfill your wish. Would you be so cold-hearted, or would you stay with me? Prince Apara, I may not have ever met you, but please, be assured that my feelings are genuine. Regards, Dorai. I slumped back on my swivel chair, dreaming of his response. Did I manage to touch his heart? He must have been online, for he responded almost instantly. Subject: glad to meet you. From Prince of Nigeria @gmail.com. doandualai@hmail.com. Dear Dorai, yes, I am very sincere man. I will definitely fulfill my part of the bargain. You just have to give me information. Please, Dorai. We have not much time. That you know for responding. Do you accept? I just need to know. Thanks. Best regard. Prince Apara catching popcorn. My eyes watered. Every time Prince Apara responded, it felt as if frangipani had bloomed in my stomach. Every time he typed my name, I could feel myself melting like an iron bar in an iron casting factory. My heart leapt into the air at the speed of an apple core thrown from a tall building. That was the extent of my feelings right now. I quickly rubbed the tears from my eyes and pursed my lips. I have decided. I would tell him how I felt. Hastily, I began composing my response. Subject: call me brash, impulsive. From doandualai@hmail.com. To Prince of Nigeria @gmail.com. Dear Prince Apara, I am brash, impulsive, but I know that my feelings for you right now are true. When you sent me that first email, My love for you felt like a giant fuchsia hibiscus blooming in the spring breeze. That time I thought, how come this prince didn't have the beautiful halo and wings that an angel should have? I guess you must have left them in your mother's stomach. Before, I'd never had the courage to tell you. But now it's different, Prince. Do you believe in fate? Because you sure are entangled in mine now. These are merely a few lines, but it was so hard to write out. Please, Prince Apara, tell me, do you feel the same for me? Achingly in love, Dorai. After sending that email, I broke out in cold sweat. Every second in front of Zack was an eternity. Prince Apara was probably looking at that email right now. His brilliant black eyes must be surveying my words, and his delicate mouth whispering each word to himself. What would he do? Would he think me strange? Would he think me selfish? After all, I did not even mention about the money. Would he just abandon me then? Selfishly, I began to dream. Will he feel the same for me, across the blank countenance of this computer screen? If I said yes to his request to send me that $20 million, would he listen to mine? Being in love truly hurt. I couldn't help but feel a sinking feeling in my heart when I noticed that even now, after my heartfelt email from earlier, nothing was on his mind but his insistence on giving me the money. Even if he said he felt the same way, how can I believe him? What if all he ever wanted to accomplish was to pass me that money and nothing else? Could I trust him? As these thoughts zoomed through my mind like a paper airplane through a classroom, his response came. Subject Re, call me brash, impulsive. From Prince of Nigeria at gmail.com to Doandulai at hmail.com. Dear, brash, impulsive. When you have money, USD 20 million, you can buy all the fuchsia hibiscus blooming you want. Just think about it. Yes, I am indeed real prince. If you do not believe me, attached is this document with my identity card. My mother is dead. Brash impulsive, tell me if you want to agree to the deal so we can proceed to the next step. I guarantee that I am 100% trustworthy. Please reply. Prince Apara catching popcorn. I felt butterflies in my stomach and my face burn when I saw that he did pay attention to my mention of the fuchsia hibiscus. It was sad, however, to hear that his mother had died. Attached was indeed Prince of Nigeria ID.jpg, which I presume must have been a scanned copy of his identity card. I was trying to read it. So it's Apara catching popcorn, and it's got Prince, 18 and single. Prince of Nigeria, Crown Prince of Nigeria, nationality Nigerian, address 7 Yamashiro Street. Whoa, Tokyo, Japan. That's wrong. IC number 133784045. Body type buff. I like the barcode too. That's high class barcode. Not a scam at all. I expected him to have bronze skin, dark hair, and dark pools for eyes, but his true visage looked even better than I'd hoped for. I was literally mesmerized. To think that he was part of the Nigerian Football Federation. That was certainly unexpected. My feelings were intensified when I noticed that the communist insignia on his card. I've always admired Comrade Stalin and Chairman Mao and their ideals. To think that he felt the same. We truly are tied by the red string of communism. Tears of joy rolled down my cheeks. Nigeria is truly is a good people, good nation, just like the logo said. However, I must not be tricked. I must tell him how, despite the strong bonds of love between us, we might find a way to make this relationship work. Oh, that's just someone driving really loud. Otherwise, we would regret it forever. Determined, I wiped my tear-stained hands on my skirt and started typing again. We have to talk. From Doandulai at hmail.com to Prince of Nigeria at gmail.com. Dear Prince Apara, while this money you offer me certainly is gracious, I cannot help but feel as if this is going to be the only basis of our relationship. Do you truly want our newly discovered feelings for each other to revolve around money? I sure do not think so. Please, Apara, let us abandon all these things, all these thoughts of meager cash, and instead continue to dream of the fruits of our deepest, darkest emotions. Yours truly and utterly, Dorai. I clicked on the send button, awaiting patiently for a response from Prince Kachin Popcorn. We have to talk. Prince of Nigeria at gmail.com to doandualai@hmail.com. Dorai. Dearest friend, we have no time. The money needs to go to you extremely soon. This $20 million for your bank account. All you have to do is send me your bank account number, name, credit card number, and social security number, etc. Thanks. Please reply to this email. Best regard, Prince Catch Popcorn. My heart sank as I surveyed his latest email. I have fallen deeply, irreversibly in love with him. Why must he treat me this way? Our relationship should not revolve around money. Even then I have fallen too deep. I could no longer return. I would do anything for him. Should I or should I not fulfill his wish? Okay, I saved. So I don't do it, obviously. And then I'm gonna play both endings, but yeah. No, I would not give an I thought briskly. This must be his tried and tested method of testing my competence to mend our relationship. I would not fail his test. Subject of Roses and Broken Dreams. From doandualai@hmail.com to princeofnigeria@gmail.com. I'm a little hesitant. Our relationship, as passionate and as romantic as it may be, with our deep and fruitful email exchanges, is starting to feel a little predatory. I cannot help but realize that you seem more interested in disposing of that cash than my existence. I do notice that it is of great importance to you, but I would very much appreciate if you could try to understand my feelings. My fair maiden's heart is getting torn by your insinuations. Your current behavior is like a hammer breaking at my heart. It will never mend. Heartfully yours, Dorai. He must have been online, for he responded almost instantly. Subject, reply of Roses and Broken Dreams, from princeofnigeria@gmail.com to doandualai@hmail.com. Dear Dorai, I'm glad to be your friend and I hope we can have a wonderful relationship of great together. But first I need your help. I hear you say you want cash, so here I help you. I have good heart, so I give you cash. Dorai, I am 100% trustworthy, not this $20 million for your bank account. You have to send me your bank account number, name, credit card number, and social security number, etc. Thanks a bunch a lot. Reply me with this email. Best regard, Prince Apara Catching Popcorn. I just noticed these ads. I'm pretty sure this is the name of the studio that made Prince of Nigeria. And that's the game. Again, a similar message with the same caps lock. My heart, with all its 4 chambers and aorta, sank even deeper into my stomach pits. Even though his curious misspelling and questionable text had always been part of his charm, he has become increasingly difficult to understand. He is no longer the Apara I knew. What should I do now? No, don't do it. I would not give in. I would fight to keep our relationship intact. But first, I must make him experience guilt for his insensitive actions. Parallels to popular media. doandualai@hmail.com to princeofnigeria@gmail.com. Dear Apara, my darling, do you remember the day we first met at the lake? We met eyes and you blushed a little. I thought you were cute. Since then we've gotten closer. Do you remember that day when we went to the beach together? Even building sandcastles then, which I found extremely childish, became something I loved. Yet those days are crumbling away, and so is our relationship, and I want to mend it. Have you ever watched Twilight? I'm starting to feel as if our relationship mirrors that of Edward and Bella in that show. Edward forced Bella to take all the money and Bella felt pressured. That's what I'm feeling like. Though I have never watched the show, I just presumed it. Crazily in love, Dorai. I waited for half a minute, and his response came. Reply to Dear, brash, impulsive. In Nigeria, we watch different shows like The Dictator by Kim Jong-il. But I have no time to talk about that now. Do you want $20 million for your bank account? All you have to do is send me your bank. Your bank account number, name, credit card number, and social security number, etc. Thanks for being a good friend to me, brash impulsive. Please reply to this email. Prince Apara catching popcorn. My stomach began to churn and tears started filling my eyes. Out of all his emails, 75% was more focused on the money than me. How could he be so insensitive, even after all those heartfelt messages we had been sneaking lovingly to each other? I was utterly indignant, yet just given the darn numbers already seriously. No, over my dead body. I pressed my lips and began typing again. This is unhealthy, I told myself between tears. I had to tell him how I felt about this. Subject, Apara, we really have to talk. From don'tdoali@hmail.com to princeofnigeria@gmail.com. Dear Apara, my sweet cucumber. Despite your insistence, I cannot do this. I cannot help but feel that this relationship is unequal. Therefore, I want to ask you if you want to end this one-night stand before it is too late. I truly love you, Prince, but I cannot sense that you feel the same way about me. Please tell me that this isn't true. Painfully yours, heartbroken, brash, and impulsive, Dora. That email took me an hour to compose before I clicked on send. His response arrived 15 seconds later. Subject, reply to Apara, we really have to talk, from princeofnigeria@gmail.com to doandulai@hmail.com. Dear, heartbroken, brash, and impulsive, Dora. Glad to be your friend. No problem, you can do anything you want. Happy to have you as a friend. Thanks. Wish you will be happy in your life. Best regard, Prince Apara catching popcorn. My fingers slackened, horrified. My mouth was ajar. Would this be how our relationship ends? In silence and painful goodbyes? Was this what I've been fighting so hard for? I began to tremble. Oh, good love, how could it hurt a maiden like so? I began to weep and to wail. The below mentioned was my latter conversation with my insensitive mother. No, oh, whoa, sorrow. Dear, what? My boyfriend dumped me. Okay, well, it's time for dinner, so you better come down. Well, anyway, as I was saying, Apara's callousness had broken my heart. It would never mend again. I would never again love another man. If only it were so easy to say goodbye. Apara had forgotten all those times we spent together, and just like that we were separated. I wonder, had I ever meant anything to him? That's a bad ending? You kidding me? Still, I wish him the best of luck. I hope that he's found fulfillment elsewhere, exchanging emails with a more understanding girl. Or gotten himself flattened by a steamroller. That's good too. Okay. Bad ending. Thank you, Corin. I guess we'll go for the good ending now. Azure Twilight. Azure X Twilight. You showed me some of the bonus code. Soya Sushi. Thanks for playing. Bonus section. Return to main menu. Yeah. I got a bonus. Image gallery. So I got that, and then that. The bad ending. Okay. Oh, I got fan art. That's cool. Oh, I'm missing one though. It's the first design of Horai before she got a name. She hasn't changed that much, really. Original good end image. Still kind of like it. Okay. Let's go for the good end. How do I skip? I guess. Should I, or should I not fulfill his wish? Give it. Such a kind-hearted, tasteful man, how could I say no to his wishes? I could do anything for him, And if he needed my bank details to further our relationship, I would be glad to do it. And so I keyed in my name, my credit card number, and my social security number, everything he needed. I would test him. If he still stayed with me after giving me the money, it would mean he truly loved me. But I feared that if he simply left after I fulfilled his wish, his own wish without thinking about mine, then what would I do? In the end, I decided I would trust him. I swallowed heavily. My mind was blank with confusion over my overwhelming emotions. In the end, with trembling fingers, I clicked on the send button. Days passed. Months passed. Weeks passed. I finally stopped sobbing a few days ago. After that last email I sent him with my personal details, he stopped contacting me entirely. I know what must have happened to him. After all, he was the Prince of Nigeria. He has plenty of enemies. Certainly he must have tragically perished in a political assassination. I tried my utmost to dig up newspapers, but found nothing. The media sure was good at hushing things up. I will never forget him. We are like Romeo and Juliet, lovers torn by fate, but I will never forget him. I prayed every day to see him again. And then, God granted my wish. Prince Apara finally talked to me again through those simple numbers I'd given him months ago. Every day I would check my bank account online and watch the balance lovingly. Prince Apara may have left the world, but he will never leave my heart. Every time I see $5,000 extracted from my bank account somewhere in my heart, I'll always dream that it's him. The good ending. Yeah. So good. So good. Yeah. So did I get it? Oh no. Bonus. There's bonus. There's an epilogue. And I still have 2 missing images. Is there another ending? Oh geez. Epilogue. Every time I see 5,000 extracted from my bank account somewhere in my heart, I always dream that it's him. Well, your articles are just getting more and more ridiculous. Right. Miss Owen? I appreciate the compliment, Mr. Macaroni. Normally I would yell at you for not writing me the article I wanted, but since this one is entertaining, I'll let this slide. I guess I brought earplugs for nothing then. Anyway, you must be wondering what I called you here for. I get a pay raise? Nope, even better. Sorry, that was Skype. Oh goody, I hope it's cookies. Nope, you got fan mail. Oh. They all like you see, isn't that great? Yeah, I guess I like me too. Anyway, I won't bother you now, here's your paycheck. You could have just mailed it to me instead of calling me here. Young people nowadays sure have no respect for their elders. This is coming from the boss of MACT? That's something new. Hey, nobody said everyone here had to be liberal, wear stiff ties and crack stupid jokes everywhere I go. Are you saying my tie looks stiff? I see you're not commenting on me implying that jokes you crack are stupid. Oh, puddings. Anyway, thanks for the money, old good sir. I'll be off now. Old? You should at least call me middle-aged. After bidding the good-mannered man a hasty goodbye, she steps out of the stuffy office into an equally hot but less stuffy outdoors. Instead, leaning against the wall opposite it was Aldrich Rich Hastily, part-time student counselor and full-time internet troll. What was he doing here? Hello, Rich. Oh, you're Horai from the writing club, aren't you? What a coincidence, do you remember me? Holy bananas. If it isn't His Majesty. Oh, I'm royalty now. That's a nice change. And of course I remember you. You're Aldrich Astley from Clash 306. You're a highly altruistic individual who buys all the Girl Scouts brownies and gives them out to other people. Oh, that's nice of you. And you're a frequent reader of MACT. You drink your coffee way too fast and you troll the internet for a living. Wow, stalker much? Nice change in attitude there now. Maybe I should press charges on you. You're breaking as many laws in a fortnight as Chairman Mao made in bad policies in a day. The expression on his face reads, wow, this certainly isn't unexpected turn of events. I don't know what you're talking about. That scam bot was your doing, wasn't it? No idea what you're talking about. A shame then. I was planning to thank the person who created the scam bot for giving me such beautiful material for my next article. Still not me. Oh, drop that. I saw you reading that email log yesterday on your computer while chuckling to yourself like an idiot. For you to come here today, accidentally bump into me, and then put up the nice boy act, you sure have the guts. Alright, I admit it, you were struck by one of my favorite chatbots. Email scam bots. Come on, it's just a joke. I never intend to scam anyone. Even the most inconceivable moron would not fall for that ID image. I was surprised anyone even responded at all. Yeah, the Nigerian Football Federation thing and the portrait of the right image were probably the last straw. The communism was a nice touch, though. Seeing you in such high spirits, I suppose the article must have done better than you thought. No pudding, Sherlock, I'm elated. I'm so glad I checked his logs a few days ago and saw your silly conversation with it, or I wouldn't have gotten a good laugh. You didn't really fall for it, did you? I think I get how lowly you regard me now. But anyway, I thought that you were a really bad scammer at first, so I wanted to try scam baiting. It was pretty clear halfway that it was just an automated mailbot created by a troll with too much time on his hands, though. That was unimpressive. Then I found out the troll in question was my senior at my school, because he was being too stupid to make sure nobody can see his laptop screen while reading email logs. Oops. That was seriously unimpressive. Now come on, give me some credit. You should be thankful my PrinceBot gave you inspiration for your next article. Then I wrote an article and it was impressive, yay. Oi. It'd feature you in the credits, but then you'd probably get arrested for attempted scamming, regardless of whether or not you actually intended to. You didn't have any intention of tricking anyone in the beginning, but you did try to take advantage of the opportunity when you got it. You actually checked that fake bank account number I gave you, right? Fine, I did. But even if there was money in it, I wouldn't have taken it, I swear. Seriously, Aldrich? My name is Rich Hasley. No. Ah. Seriously. Anyway, seriously, Aldrich, listen to me. I know it's a joke. You know it's a joke. It's as funny as Stalin's mustache on a pike. But I know you don't plan on it just being a joke. This time was just a test run, right? To see if you can make a proper mailbot. And you aren't planning to stop at just that, are you? Rich laughs. I really don't know what to say. You're jumping to the strangest conclusions. Well? Rich sighs audibly, beaming. Why, this was a very strange meeting. I seriously was surprised when I realized that you were a writer for MACT. I really wasn't trying to hide it. But you are not at the age where you're legally allowed to work. This is hardly work. Do you have reason to pick up such an odd job? Money, popularity? I'll leave that to yourself to decide. But what makes you think I have any idea myself? Well, unlike you, I have great plans for my life. I'm planning to release a princess bot this month. Her story would be that she got caught in a terrible political situation and now wants to escape the country, and requires some money to do so. She's also a famous YouTube idol who sang the viral video Never Gonna Throw You Up, and writer of the famous online novel Leon's Destiny. Sounds romantic, doesn't it? Sure. You must be really bored with your life. You really think so? That's a story for another day then. I'll be listening. To be continued? Question. Author's notes. you@yourmail.com. Hi, I'm the writer Coin. Thanks for playing. Prince of Nigeria. It was so fun to make sure I had to choke myself to death every time I open the script because it's funny, but because I cringe with half laughter, half apprehension at the prospect of people like yourself going, "What just happened?" at the computers when they finish playing it. Anyway, you're done. Do you have any questions? What's with all the communist jokes? I have no idea, actually. suppose being from China myself, I sometimes enjoy poking fun at Chinese history and by proxy, Soviet history. This also had to do with the plot bunny I have about a girl during the Cultural Revolution named Ying, but that's a story for another day. How long did it take? Originally I planned on making this completely artless, with just random emails and random replies, and didn't actually want to include the epilogue in the game, but in a sequel instead. Then the wonderful Chokubikis came and offered to do art, which I later included, and added in the epilogue as well. Unfortunately though, I got the idea that this somewhere at the end of January or at the beginning of February, so it took around a month on and off. It was refreshing. Where did you get the idea? Story. What story? JK. Question is hard to answer because it really came from different sources. I can't really address them all. But the idea really just came when I got a scam email of my own and read up more about it. It wasn't from the Prince of Nigeria though, just a bank in Nigeria claiming that I'm the only living relative of someone who recently died in a car crash and is going to give me 30 freaking trillion US dollars as long as I respond with some sensitive information. Haha, no way. 419, dude. Anyway, the first draft of the story is simply the main story, without the epilogue, without art. Just email bouncing between the protagonist of the scammer bot. The main character also had no design except in my head, where she was to be a silly female version of me named Corin as well, with waist-length black hair and green eyes and a simple blue dress. And then I explored that, and I decided that naming the main character after myself would be way too confusing despite the amusing self-deprecation, and stuck with the new name. I originally planned to make the game offer a new route for those who would pay $1 for it, but then I realized I wasn't really ready for that commercial mumbo jumbo. Horai is himself. That's what he just said. And Rick Astley is the bot. Where'd the names come from? Excellent question. I've been waiting to tell you guys my long name rant. Oh boy. Actually, not really. Most of the names were just thought up when I was drunk on tea. For Horai, I want our Chinese name messily romanized into something English-like. Kinda like my name, Koren, which is from my Chinese name, Kuren. Horai's name is Hyo Lai, which means firefields. It was a double plus because I knew how it resembled the Japanese name for the Buddhist legendary tree, Hurai. I just like playing with Japanese and Chinese names, I suppose. Apara kept catching popcorn. Well, I have no idea, actually. You'll have to ask Rich about that. Actually, it came from Anorak catching popcorn, a famous Thai guy on Facebook. He's a concerned Thai citizen and voter. As for Rich Astley, ha ha ha. I know, it's Rick Astley. Don't pretend you don't know where that name came from. No more questions. Glad to have you here. Thanks for playing. Well, guys, did I get all the images? I sure did. Oh, it's that image. I was like, I don't know what that is. I got all the images, so I'm super special. Anyways, thanks for watching. This has been Prince of Nigeria. And yeah. So next Sunday, I'll have a whole new video for you guys. But yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time.